Hi guys and welcome back to Tommy's Starcraft. This is your host Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay for you guys. And this time once again a great matchup here in between these two legends of Starcraft, of course. Let me just start by introducing the players to you guys. In the upper right, in the blue, it is Flash from South Korea. And his opponent in the lower left, in the white I believe that is, it's actually BISU, spawning here as the Protoss. But hold on a second, that's very strange, something very out of the ordinary is happening here, as BISU is already sending out his probe on the map. So very out of the ordinary gameplay here by BISU. I told you guys that you really want to know what your opponent is up to, so you have to scout him very, not this early of course. So this early scout, I would say it's not really a scout, it actually is something that BISU indicates to us that he actually wishes to cheese here. So let's just see what exactly is he doing. He's actually building a pylon here. Very interesting stuff. Usually Protoss do this in the middle of the map, but I guess this is a better position here to hide your pylon. Of course BISU is going to very likely follow up here with a gateway, and we're going to see some zealot harassment here against Flash. Flash of course opening up very standardly here with a supply depot, should follow up with a barracks, but look at that on the minimap. He's actually sending out his SCV straight to the location here of BISU. So I guess these players have been played so many games together, so they pretty much know each other. They know the spots, the secret spots on this map, and Flash very strongly here responding here with a scout, and at the same time he pulls the boys. Look at that, all of these SCVs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SCVs are being pulled immediately. The barrack also goes up. So Flash very strongly responding here. Perhaps he's going for the pylon. No, let's just see this pylon very nicely hidden here. Not that many SCVs can attack it. He's going straight for that gateway. Really great stuff here by Flash. Very fast reaction. And there is a zealot indeed being spawned. Look at those SCVs, very strongly attacking this gateway. Rambo SCVs here at the beginning of the map. This gateway will very likely be taken out before that zealot comes out. BISU has to of course cancel this zealot. Look at that, very close. I believe he did the cancel, and now things turn into normal as this one SCV even gets here repaired by his body. So really nice early aggression here by BISU. Let's just have a look at his main. He's now building that gateway normally at his main, as we also see that Marine coming out here for Flash. So nice harassment here by BISU, denying that mining time out of these SCVs. Let's have a look at 16 SCVs and 15 probes here for these players. What is this? Another supply depot of course. And BISU even with more cheese here, even stealing the gas here for Flash. So BISU in a very cheesy mode here. Very nice tactics here by him. Really annoying of course, as the SCVs from Flash also comes here just to see what BISU exactly is up to, and a very aggressive expansion here as well. So very out of the ordinary gameplay here by BISU. He has no units. He had that zealot which he had to cancel, perhaps building here another one. Yes indeed, also goes for the gas as he probably wishes to go for dragoons. The Marine should be able to take care of this pylon. And at the same time, given the fact that the Flash has scouted this fast expansion here for BISU, he's reacting immediately, also building a fast expansion for himself. More and more Marines are coming into the map as finally things do settle down, but a very sneaky gameplay here by BISU. Like I said, he stole the gas here for Flash. So Flash perhaps a little bit handicapped here now. Let's just have a look at the follow-up. This should be a cybernetic scores. Indeed it is. BISU is also mining his first gas. Flash still has to kill this extractor here, assimilator. He firstly goes for that pylon of course, and now denying that probe more vision here as the first zealot is going to come in. The zealots of course is also going to harass here the Flash's base a little bit, but at the same time he's also a scouting zealot here. However, there are 4 Marines here, should be able to push this one zealot back, and there's also a bunker here nicely placed for Flash to defend his expansion. At the same time he decides to build his extractor here. This one is still here in the main, also gives a vision here to BISU. But finally the Marines are coming in just to take care of this. So things are settling of course down. We have BISU at 27 workers, Flash at 24. Both players are mining from their expansion. Nothing out of the ordinary yet, just 2 gateways here. This barrack is probably going to be followed up by a factory, so pretty standard once again gameplay as things are settling down indeed. A simulator will of course very likely be taken out as fast as possible. Flash will very likely wall this in here with his barracks, so really cool stuff by him. And yeah, let's just have a look what exactly these players are up to again. Once again, this SCV is going to scout. First Dragoon is also out on the map. Nice hidden pylon here just to give vision in case there's any drop coming here. The SCV makes its way into the main. Flash really wants to know what BISU is up to. Sees the 2 gateways as more Dragoons are being produced. The SCV is of course being taken down as fast as possible as BISU wishes to deny that vision here from Flashes. Let's just have a look what exactly Flash is. He going to go into a starport perhaps? Yes, indeed a starport. So probably he will follow with some vultures here. Vultures of course very great in defending your base. As you are a Terran you might place those mines here. He's actually going for a siege tank, okay. Vultures with mine lights, like I said early in the game, very strong as the Protoss has no observer. But BISU is known to pull those mines without any observers and he's being able to kill those mines. We have a first aggression once again here for BISU. There's 4 Marines here into this bunker. The bunker needs of course to be repaired. Let's just have a look at the follow-up here. 3 SCVs are of course repairing these bunkers. Really nice. 2 SCVs, if 2 Dragoons attack the bunkers, 2 SCVs will be enough to repair it, and so on and so on. If there's 3 Dragoons, 3 SCVs, and so on. So the first tank also makes its way out. BISU needs to be careful not to lose any Dragoons. He's also expanding here at this top position, so more and more probes will be produced here by him. At the same time he denies this expansion position here for Flash. So a little bit of advantage here for BISU. And what exactly is Flash going to do with his star? Let's have a look at this. Hold on, sorry about that. Yes, he's going into a dropship. So dropship play here by Flash, very interestingly enough. He's probably going to abuse this position here in the back. But BISU of course prepared for that with some vision, with some pylons here. As his pro probably took a bad rally here, it happens. More and more gateways are being produced. Finally he also goes for an observer. Places his Dragoon very nicely here. He might get lucky here. No, what a great timing here. Flash is pushing out and BISU's Dragoons just missed this dropship here just by a couple of seconds. But look at this pylon placement. BISU is prepared. He is going to detect this move out here by Flash. Finally he sees it. So let's just see what Flash can do with these 2 tanks here. One is being dropped here. Second one also dropped. They both siege up. BISU actually has to kill his own pylon here to come through. Nice gameplay here by both. Mining time has been denied as Flash is moving forward. He's being expected of course by these Dragoons. Flies over this generator and he's going to very likely lose, sadly for him, his dropship. His tanks are also in a little bit of trouble. He takes of course down a Dragoon, but will very likely lose this second tank here of course. So nice harassment try here by Flash, but in the end it's being cleared out. 2 tanks for 2 Dragoons, pretty standard, pretty normal. And the mining time continues here. A little bit of mining time has been denied. Nice harassment in the end, a little bit more advantage here for BISU as he kills that dropship with those 2 tanks and only loses 2 Dragoons for it. Another dropship is being prepared. While this harassment goes on, of course, Flash is buying time for his expansion here. He just harasses, but at the same time BISU is already mining here for quite a time here on his third, so a little bit of advantage here for BISU. Flash decides to pull back here as these Dragoons are already waiting for him. There's a nice observer here for BISU coming into the main of Flash. He sees all the factories, so this is what I told you in previous replays, guys. Terrans really like to go mass factories, mass mech against Protoss. You really want to go siege tank, vultures, Goliaths maybe later on if there's arbiters or carriers. And the same can be said about the Protosses. They just like to go mass zealots with Dragoons, with arbiters perhaps, and who knows, maybe carriers later on. Reaver drops are also possibilities. Here we have 1 shuttle here, or for BISU. He just takes those zealots and he's very likely going to place them right on those siege tanks, but there are no mass tanks move out now here by Flash. He's just moving his vultures here in the middle of the map. Just put those mines down just to harass the Protoss as much as possible, but BISU is prepared for that. Of course, he has an observer. He might take out a couple of vultures here. At the same time, Flash more and more he tries to harass as much as possible just to buy time here for his expansion, of course, as his main is being produced by mass factories. I only see 5 now, but I'm sure he's going to build more and more for that. BISU clears out this mine. He took a little bit of damage here, but that's okay. Clears out those mines, just pulls back and forward. Now deciding to go back in the middle of the map. There are so many vultures here by Flash, so Flash tries to, of course, put some mines as much as possible around the map just to deny that move out here by BISU, but BISU, of course, prepared with that observer. Let's just have a look at his main. Of course, there's just mass gateways. Oh, hold on. There's even stargates here, and we have carriers. Just wait a second, we have an engagement here. Mass vultures against these dragoons, they should be okay. A lot of vultures are actually falling here, so really nicely done here by BISU. BISU also being able to clear these mines. A lot of splash damage once again being dealt, but this harassment has been pushed back. As at the same time we had a drop here, sorry about that guys, I missed it. But it's being fended off here by BISU with this dropship by himself with those zealots. I hope he's not going to show his carriers. No, not yet, but then again Flash has very likely scanned this position here, so he knows that there are carriers coming. BISU also deciding to expand here. Let's have a look at the main of Flash. He's very likely going to transition into Goliaths. Yes, indeed, Goliaths. So many Goliaths are being now produced, and Goliaths, of course, a great counter to those carriers. Slowly but steadily BISU is moving out, only with 2 carriers, backed up by these drop ships with zealots. Interestingly enough, let's just see, is Flash prepared? Not really, he has no turrets here. So this could be a good harassment. Of course, Goliaths are in the air, and Goliaths will go straight for those interceptors. Remember guys, interceptors do cost minerals. So BISU has just to pull back a little bit, just wait for his reinforcement. He also needs this observer, of course, to see all of those mines need to be cleared. Here things do settle down a little bit. Flash also deciding to expand here. This is of course being spotted, but every time Flash is a little bit behind BISU very strongly expanding here. Hold on, we have another engagement here. No, it's just the mines that are being taken out here by BISU. So BISU really looking very confident here. He's already at 180 supply. Just decides to move out. These marines, sadly for them, they will be very likely sacrificed here by Flash. As the Protoss slowly moves out, let's have a look at the upgrades. As we have engagement, 1 weapon upgrades here for BISU. Siege tanks are sieging up. Those Goliaths need to attack straight for those interceptors. Great stuff here by both players. BISU is waiting perhaps a little bit that more interceptors are being produced. He decides to pull back a little bit. A lot of Goliaths here for Flash, and of course they are being upgraded 1 to 2. So really extraordinary gameplay here by Flash. He really takes care of his upgrades, while BISU just has that 1 weapon upgrade here for him. Flash already at 1-2. So very important stuff. Upgrades, of course, very much needed. Once again, BISU is 1 step ahead against Flash with his expansion. He might even do some damage here. He might kill some production building, but no, decides to pull back. Both players are actually maxed out. So what a great macro game we have here by these players. Very balanced. But perhaps the upgrades will win this game for Flash. We'll never know, as more and more zealots are now joining the army. So BISU might have just faked this carrier attack. It's just 4 carriers, while zealots fully upgraded will of course take care of this Goliaths. But in the end there's also siege tanks. So very interesting gameplay here as BISU is moving up here at this position and decides to attack. There are turrets now here for Flash. Flash should be able to hold this, but in comes the dropship with those zealots. Zealots go straight for those turrets. There is no engagement yet here down, and all of those turrets are now being taken out here by BISU. So first aggression here by BISU, dealing that damage. All of those turrets did cost minerals, of course, and Flash is going to very likely lose a lot. Of course, some interceptors will fall here, but BISU having a very strong position here, even going to take out a couple of vultures. Finally, Flash makes its way out here with those Goliaths, but BISU, of course, abusing this ramp here. He's going to be able to kill so many units here against Flash, at the same time losing just a couple of interceptors, so no carriers being lost. Nice position here for BISU, as he of course retreats now as the Goliaths make their way up here. Really nice stuff. At the same time, he didn't push here down, of course, that Flash holds his position here with his reinforcements just to keep this expansion slowly to mining. Once again, another expansion here for BISU. So things look really good for him as he's going now for those supply depots. Takes out one. No, he's actually going for the the science facility. Sorry about that. I forgot what name it was. Now he's going even for the starport. So he's going to kill the production building here for Flash. Really nice stuff. Even takes out this starport. Goes for another supply depot now. Slowly but steadily more carriers are coming in, so Flash in a little bit of trouble here. He is losing buildings, he's losing a couple of Goliaths. At the same time he kills, however, many interceptors here against BISU. But BISU's economy is so strong, so he is very likely going to afford this. Is he going to lose a carrier? No. Just more and more interceptors, as we have a huge engagement here in the middle of the map. Vultures do surround this group of zealots and dragoons. So much splash damage is being done. BISU has to retreat, of course, as his main force of these carriers will reunite here with his smaller group. So good engagement here by Flash. Flash just said enough about the harassment. He decides to move out and just go straight for BISU's army here. His economy is also very strong, currently sitting at 1.5k minerals, and he's very likely going to push in here forward with his siege tanks, backed up by Goliaths. Of course, the upgrades should kick in. Yes, indeed, 2 to 3 tanks, of course. Lots of cannons are being taken out. This expansion is doomed. Probes are being pulled. A lot of probes are being killed here, of course. This expansion is going to fall. At the same time, BISU is moving out here at his position, backed up by High Templars with Psionic Storm. In come the carriers. There are some turrets here, but they just trade expansions here. Really nice job by both players. Flash is trying somehow to come back here just to save somehow this expansion, but it's a little bit too late, as the SCVs will fall, of course, and the expansion falls as well. BISU needs to be careful, as in comes Flash here with his reinforcements, with his Goliaths. He's going to probably lose a couple of dragoons. BISU just staying here, but he's being surrounded by Goliaths. He might lose a carrier or two. Let's just have a look. One carrier taking already so much damage. Dragoons have been taken out. He's trying to hide his carriers here. But so many Goliaths are coming in here. So many interceptors are falling left and right. Great stuff by both players. In the end, a little bit of advantage here for Flash, if you ask me. He did kill the expansion. At the same time, he lost his expansion, but he killed so many interceptors. And what a smart move here by him. He actually leaves this small group here just to take care of this expansion. Is he going to be able to kill it? Let's just have a look. BISU is here, and no, what a great move here by him. He's actually losing his army, but denies that mining time here for BISU. One carrier taking so much damage here. He is going to be taken out. This is what I talked about, you guys. Upgraded Goliath so strong against those carriers. Look at that, even this one Goliath dealing so much damage here to these carriers. Such a great unit, and he's even going. BISU needs to be careful, he might lose that one. Look how tanky this Goliath is indeed. Finally is being taken out. At the same time, Flash moves here forward. So much action going on back and forth. BISU might lose this expansion here. He's also moving with a small group of dragoons here, just to kill as many SCVs and reinforcements as possible. So many SCVs are not mining here. Flash needs to be a little bit careful. It happens to pros as well. In come the carrier once again, but the Goliaths are there. Carriers, of course, defending here this expansion. High Templars are also on spot with that Psionic Storm. Slowly but steadily Flash is moving out. He has transitioned into mass Goliaths with tanks. I don't see any more vultures, and here we go. 1 or 2 Goliaths is being targeted, of course, but slowly but steadily the carriers cannot be attacked, but the interceptors are. So many interceptors will fall, of course. There is even a Dark Templar here who's not being detected. Finally now. But sadly for BISU, he did lose so many interceptors here, as Flash is being able to move out just to kill as many probes as possible, and this expansion also looks to be doomed here. This one just started mining, so really nice stuff here by Flash. Advantage here for Flash. If you also look at the supply, it's 157 against 107, so good stuff here by him, as there's just a couple of carriers now remaining here for BISU. BISU tries a desperate push now with those High Templars. Of course, High Templars are very good against those Goliaths. Needs to be careful not to lose them. Good Psionic Storm, that doesn't catch anything. He had to use that Psionic Storm, or else he would have lost the High Templars, of course. Flash is moving forward. This looks very good for him, as there's just carriers now. Some carriers will take out a couple of tanks, but those carriers, of course, against mass Goliaths are very hard to counter. Flash has to micro his carriers out of here. So many interceptors once again are being targeted by Flash, and Flash looks in a very dominant position now as he's moving here forward. He sees this expansion, and I see an expansion for BISU, but BISU just has to tap out, as look at the reinforcements here coming in for Flash. Such a great macro game here by him, by both actually, but he immediately countered that with mass factories against BISU. Nice tactic here by BISU. Finally he decides not to go for arbiters, he goes for carriers. It is a good push if you can find a good position here for your carriers. Of course you can deal massive amounts of damage, but those Goliaths in the end for Flash looking to be way too strong. And of course the upgrades here for Flash, look at that, 2-3-3. Very good stuff here by him. Very great micro game by both players at the beginning of the game. BISU had that economic advantage all around the map, but sadly for him the carrier push didn't work out as he would have wished. So really nice game here by these two legends. I hope you guys enjoyed this game so much. Thank you guys for watching. This is Tommy signing out.